It's Erik Bakker, naturopath from all the way from New Zealand, where it's winter time, and I've got a nice summer shirt on. Do you like it? To get me in the mood for spring coming up, hopefully in a few more weeks. Right, let's get back to questions. 10 steps to restore your gut flora after antibiotics. So I've put a little sheet together here with just 10 ideas I had. So the first one is stay on course. Make sure you finish off your antibiotics. It's no good just taking 2 or 3 days and dumping it. Stay on track. You might as well finish the course off. It makes a lot of sense to do that. All right, so that's the very first thing you do. If you're not feeling well when taking it, make sure you communicate that to your doctor. And if you're getting an allergic reaction or feeling sick, particularly in the first 24 to 48 hours, you need to discontinue and then go and see your doctor, especially if you get a powerful reaction. All right? Point number 2, don't follow up with antibiotics. So if this has failed to work, don't take another round if you can avoid it at all costs. Okay? It just doesn't make sense to keep going back and back into that again, because this is not how you're going to restore your gut. Some of the most chronically sick people I've seen in my career as a naturopath were people who recurrently went back into antibiotics again and again and again, because the doctor said it's the right thing to do, because the doctor said you're not cured yet, you need to keep going. Okay, and because of that doctor, that person's life was ruined. And I've seen this 1,000 times or more. All right, so just bear that in mind. Preferably not to follow up with recurring rounds. The third point, eat well for several weeks. You're not going to get your gut right if you don't eat good food. So that's a critical thing to do to restore your gut function, is to make sure you eat well. Look at some of my videos on this channel. There are plenty of videos that talk about how to eat for your gut. Okay. The fourth point, are you sick again? Try and see a naturopath this time. So if you're really not coming right, see someone who can help you regarding your gut health. You may want to get a stool analysis completed, a comprehensive stool test completed, to see what's lurking in that gut, to see what needs cleaning up, to see that if antibiotics were a waste of time or are a waste of time going forward, because you may have a yeast issue there that's not going to respond to, an antibiotic. But see a naturopath, okay? It will pay for you to do that. Fifth point, you need to rest up. All right, rest is best. So if you can take time off work, if you're not feeling well at all, because otherwise you're just going to push your endocrine system, your hormone system, further backward. You'll end up with thyroid problems, adrenal problems, fatigue, and then you can't work anyway. So you might as well take it easy. At least cancel different social functions that you've got. Spend more time at home relaxing, and just really taking time to chill more. Right? Sixth point, light exercise. You're not going to get your gut in high spec after antibiotics if you exercise for 3 hours a day. It's not really a good idea. Back off. Do some light exercise. That way you're not pushing your stress axis too hard. All right. So just back off. It'll make a big difference for recovery. Number 7, get to bed. You need a lot of sleep. So I prefer to get to bed by 9:30. That may seem early for some people, but I like to get up at 6 or 7. I think it's a smart idea to get up early and get to bed early, because it gives you a nice long day. You've got plenty to do. But getting to bed is a wise decision, because it's going to help you recuperate faster. Your recovery will really improve with better sleep patterns. Right? Number 8, no alcohol. So alcohol and soda drinks and these sorts of things are not a good idea to restore the gut function after antibiotics. Many people who talk to me about when they can have a drink next, they worry me, because it makes me understand, that they have a desire for drinking to the point where it could undermine their gut health. So just be careful not to drink until you're fully recovered. Number 9, if you can't seem to be getting better, and your gut's really playing up, and you're getting allergies and bloating and gas and things like that, and you've done a stool test, get your adrenals checked and your thyroid checked. So you may need to get a salivary cortisol test completed. Also, you may need to look at the iodine levels and at the thyroid levels, the thyroid hormone levels, to see if there's anything that's not correct there. Because having a very poor thyroid and adrenal function can easily push you back into infectious states again and again, requiring more antibiotics. So the cause may be not, the bug. It may be a poor immune system driven down by a poor adrenal response. So get that checked. And the 10th one is stay with probiotics. Don't come off them in a hurry. Okay, stick with them for a while. It'll be very important for you to do so if you really want to recover. So I could easily say for every week you've been on a probiotic, on an antibiotic, you could easily do 4 to 6 weeks, if not 8 weeks on a probiotic. So make sure that you get that gut in great shape after the antibiotic. Keep watching the stool and making sure you got a comfortable gut long before you discontinue those probiotics. So I hope that gives you a bit of an insight into some different things you can do after you take an antibiotic. Thanks for tuning in.